Hello and welcome to the Harmony SMP. My name is Weird and Bearded, and in today's episode we are over here at the Communal Industrial District with a lot of chests in front of me. That's because today we are going to be doing another big farm. It is that time of the server to build the Iron Amphitheatre Mark III. Hopefully this time no villagers will die. But as you can see, I do have a lot of chests here. In fact, I've got 37 double chests of raw materials, which I need to craft down into 18 chests. Yeah, 18 double chests. So it's going to be reduced quite a bit. But that's still a lot of stuff to be placing. I only have a few days before this video goes out, and I'm genuinely not sure if that's enough time. So let's get started with the crafting. Get everything down to size. So with gathering all of these materials, we're still early on in the server. We don't have much in the way of farms. Really, it's only the gunpowder farms and I've got a slime farm. So I was trying to be a bit clever in how I gathered things. For example, we've got 1,000 dispensers in the build. That means 1,000 bows or 3,000 string, but I've got my villagers set up. So I really tried to utilize my villagers. I've got some Fletchers in, traded for all the bows. I also need over 1,000 buckets. So I got in some fishermen. I traded with them, getting buckets of cod. I now have lots of cod. And I used those to collect all of the buckets, which then in itself meant significantly less iron for me to collect. I think it's all gone well. I should have all the materials. There is one thing that I won't be collecting during the time lapse, just because I want to make sure I'm on screen the entire time, and I need 49 buckets of lava, so we'll fill those up later. But apart from that, I should have everything here for the big build, except for two things. I'm going to need zombies, I'm going to need villagers, and I have a vague idea of how I'm going to get them, but only a vague idea. Well, that took some time. That was about 4.5 hours just of crafting. At this point, I've already gone into the nether, and oh, perfect. I filled all of the lava buckets as well. So we're pretty much ready to go. I have picked a place to build it, which is going to be a little ways out there. I'm going to build myself another path. The reason we're doing it out there is because from there we can go straight down and there's a zombie spawner. It'll be nice and easy to get all the zombies in place. And I think I'm going to do this in stages. So we're not going to get all of this done in this episode. Don't get me wrong. But what we're going to do, we're going to build up to where I need the first set of zombies. And then we'll get all of those in place. Then we'll build up to where I need the villagers. And then we'll build the villager breeder and get the villagers in place. Then we'll go up to the next set of zombies, etc., etc. So I imagine today we'll get up to the villager breeder, because it's going to take some time to get all the villagers. But for now, I am going to go grab some blocks so that we can build a little bridge out from here, get some lily pads to build off, and restock on my rockets. And then, let's build the first section. progress has been made. Quite a lot of progress, in fact. We are already at the point for getting the zombies in. I didn't realise this, but it's also the same point for getting villagers in, so that's nice for me. The plan is to get the zombies in first. So we're going to get the zombies into these holes, and then I'm going to cover them all, because I forgot to do that last time. And when I put the villagers in place, they started spawning iron golems, and then they killed off all of my zombies. So we're going to get the zombies into place first, cover them up, then we'll get villagers into place. You may notice, if you've watched my previous Iron Amphitheatre episodes, that they had water in here already, which we do not have. That is how I'm going to stop my villagers from dying when they go to bed, or just when they're not currently rising and falling. Even the water that they are currently in will be taken away. So that is a new system. And yeah, we need to get some zombies. So if I head over in this direction, and we can go into the water, then around here somewhere, if I were to dig straight down, we would find a zombie spawner. So I'm going to dig down from here, so I appear next to the zombie spawner, and I think I have a nice plan for getting the zombies that I want. We're going to dig down first, maybe get the area lit up a bit, and then we will see what happens next. So here we have the zombie spawner. I've got a little drop chute down. I've also got a tunnel going back up. And I've got an infinite water source here because I think I'm going to be using quite a bit of water. The plan is we're going to drop the zombies down into a little water channel to direct them into a tunnel. They're going to walk along that tunnel, which they will do because I will be standing at the far end. But along that tunnel, we're going to have a pressure plate and a dispenser to try and put pumpkins onto their heads. It will only activate if they can hold items and if they don't currently have an item on their head. But if this does work, then they will become non-spawnable. Sorry, non-despawnable. I know words. So then on their way to me, they will also have another bit to drop down, which will put them into this water chute and into a container high enough above me that any zombies that haven't taken a carved pumpkin head should despawn. Well, that's the goal. I'm going to put something together, dig some stuff out, and we will see how it goes. I think I might be ready. So we have up here our platform, which is just a little bit out of the despawn range for me. So any zombies that haven't got a carved pumpkin on their head should despawn. And then if we go underneath, and the drop shaft, splash. We have the pit dug out beneath the spawner. I've also got blocks on top of the spawner so that zombies can't spawn there. They will get washed into this tunnel. They come across here where the carved pumpkin gets dispensed. It doesn't get dispensed onto me because I'm currently wearing a helmet. I have a little light indicator here to let me know when I'm out of carved pumpkins, and then they are going to fall down there, which is going to push them into the bubble column and up the holding chamber. So there is only one thing left to do. Let's get these torches down and see if this works. I put a torch down there, which is probably a silly idea. I'm just going to remove it. And then I'm going to block this off and get into position, which is down here. So I'm still close enough to load up the spawner. You've picked up a torch, so clearly you can hold stuff. Now let's see if you end up going there. So it should fall down onto... Well, that's a problem. Okay, I need to fix things. This is working now, so you can see we've already collected 5 zombies. I need to collect 40. So I just need to AFK until I see the light go off. I might just watch them coming through for a bit first, because I feel like that could be fun. It should still work when I've got the camera there. There you go, there's one. We have zombies! That actually went fantastically well, and I'm quite annoyed that I haven't used that method in the past, because we were discussing it when we built this on Minewreckers, because we did actually have a zombie spawn nearby, and then for some reason decided against it. So now, we need to separate them out, which I'm going to be doing with a rail, and I'm going to build a tunnel going across all of these so we can drop them each into their individual slots. Zombies are almost done. I think this works, but let's try this out. So in theory, I just have to open these and then close them. It's picked up a zombie. Hopefully it travels all the way around. It's definitely not going to go up that ramp, is it? If I need to add another powered rail, but then we get the zombie to follow us and just wait for it to fall down a hole. And once it has done, we can then close that door. So I'm just going to add a bit more powered rail to this. We are good to go. But now the zombies are in place, at least the first set of zombies. I need to do another set of 40 up above, but it's time to get some villagers, which means I need a villager breeder. We already have a couple on the server. I'm not going to bore you with the details of that, but the idea is with the baby villagers, when they grow up, they're going to go into a water stream. We'll drop them off into one of these points until we've got 3 in every section. So that's something I'm going to need to supervise. It's going to be quite dull, but let's get everything built up first. So here's the plan with the villagers. Up here we have a field of carrots. We're going to get a couple of villagers up here, so they'll start farming the carrots, start breeding together. I think carrots are the most productive crop for villager breeding, so we should get things going relatively quickly. We also need a lot of beds, so I've got 9 beds back here, which is overkill, but I don't care. So the adults will just walk around to the beds, but the children will try to run straight through and they'll fall down into this water stream. And when they do, that will push them down here, but they are going to be stuck in this little bit under the water. But then when they grow up, they'll end up being pushed around by the water, and they will go around this tunnel to here, where they will be pushed into that little hole. And then when there are 3 of them in there, I'll put down a block of cobblestone, I'll get rid of that sign, and the water will go round. So then they'll go over to this hole. And then once there are 3 in there, I put down some cobblestone, break the sign, and we keep going. And if I break myself out of here, you'll see that this tunnel goes all the way around. So over time, we'll eventually get everything filled up. But of course, we need to start with a couple of villagers in there. So I'm going to grab a couple of villagers from either one of the villager breeders. Going to set up some rails. Hopefully, this goes smoothly. Hopefully. I think the systems are all in place. So I'm going to put down the boat and break a fence and then wait for one villager to come through. And then replace the fence so that nobody else can escape. So then we have a bit of a boat journey. Okay. Now we need to get the villager into the minecart. I can hear the villager. I cannot see the villager. I'm going to quickly relog. There you are. Okay. Get onto land. Then if you're right in that corner, hopefully you'll be picked up by the minecart. And welcome to your new home. You just push the minecart down. Hopefully, we can get the second villager even faster. There we have our second villager. I have also closed it off so that they don't have access to the field. It's just an easy way to turn off the breeder, which I need to do because I've actually run out of time for this episode. It's going to be a couple of weeks before I get back to finishing this, as there is other stuff to be done on the server. So hopefully in that time, I can get all of the villagers into place, and we can get on with the rest of the build. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Weird and Bearded, and I will see you all next time.